bounce, pass.
Sports.
Pass, kick, pass. Dunk it.
What?
Funk it. Sure. Serve it. Here. Work it. Swish. Jocular. We're about to get jocular.
Hello!
Hi!
Hello!
Well, audience.
well.
We're not where we normally are.
No, we're not.
Unfortunately, we can't be together anymore.
It's unfortunate, but for fortunate reasons that we'll share at another time.
Yeah, opportunities abound.
Yes.
It's sad we're not in person right now.
Yes.
We're all in our homes. So if you hear a cat screaming, that's my son, just drop it.
I had to kick out my dog because she was crying.
If you hear a cat screaming, it also might be Katie's
Yes.
small dog.
Because it sounds the exact same.
Yeah. Or Tien's wife.
Now.
No.
Now, come on.
Now.
Now, you guys. No wife jokes. My name's Cigar Fight Master. They, them.
My name's Tien Tran, she, her.
And I'm Katie Kershaw, she, her, and welcome to Jocular, the show where we talk about absolutely every single thing human sports.
Today's episode is called Mommy Issues.
Yeah.
Mommy Issue, right? That's what
Yeah,
you named
today
it?
is Mommy Issue.
Because this
excited.
comes out right before Mother's Day. And we want to dedicate this episode to all the MILFs out there playing professional sports.
And there's a lot of them.
There's so many.
A huge number of them. Like, I don't think I'll have children just because of several reasons, but one of them just being like, man, it sounds really hard. And all of these athletes are doing the hardest physical things in the world. They're like, and I will also have a baby. I will physically have a baby. I will raise a baby. What's it saying?
I have a hard period and like some bad cramps, and I'm out for weeks.
I think that the effort required, first of all, to have a baby at all, whether you're adopting or giving birth or however you're choosing to bring this child into the world, the amount of effort required on top of a practice schedule, you have to be such an absolute savage that I have to assume it's the only the most elite among us are choosing this
Oh,
venture.
without a doubt. I hope so.
Well, just to give you a little preview of what we're going to keep talking about that too, is that we're going to be talking moms and parental benefits in the different leagues where there's room to grow. And we're going to be ending with a little game that we like to call Kiss, Whisper, Scream, Mom's Edition. But first, some updates from our group chat. Did y'all watch the Kentucky Derby this weekend?
No, I didn't. I logged on for 10 minutes. I watched some interviews, and I texted Katie. And I texted both of you, but I know that Katie normally throws like a party or something. And when Katie wasn't watching, I have to be honest, I logged off.
So here's the thing. It was the 150th Derby. I mean, my sister, I threw a huge party. She even rented a tent, which for my family, that's insane. Renting a tent? I have some friends that were at the Derby this year. And what did I do during the actual race? The singular Derby, because there's so many races during the day, but the big guy, I was napping because my girlfriend's dad had just been in town and he left that morning and I was a little tired.
That is you know what?
Wow.
Any parent visit, you're allowed to nap for as long as you want after.
Thank you. And I adore him, but it's just a lot of energy. But what I will say,
No, you can adore the parent, but you can still nap.
for this being the 150th race, the win was so insane. It was so close that you could not tell. It was between three horses.
A photo finish. Three
Finish.
horses.
There were three horses.
Yeah, 3 horses.
Three of them there. And Mystic Dan won. Jockey Brian Hernandez.
I'm only laughing because Mystic Dan sounds like someone you'd buy your drugs from.
100%.
Like, oh my God, you guys, can we call Mystic Dan this weekend? We're going to Joshua Tree.
How could you possibly put Mystic and Dan in the same sentence?
Mystic
Separated
Dan,
by only a
No
space.
Dan has ever had any sort of magical power
No.
in their entire life.
No, never.
No. And I think, the drug dealer named Mystic Dan gave himself the name.
100%.
It is really like pushing it like, oh, we got to go see Mystic Dan, but we're going to have to smoke with him while we're there.
Yes. Is that kind of the horse's vibe?
That was the horse's vibe.
Yeah, you gotta smoke with the horse before you. You gotta smoke with the horse before you run the race.
I'm not here to expose anything, but the horse was definitely high.
Okay, do you think the horse should be kicked out for smoking weed?
I think the horse should be kicked
No.
out for smoking weed. No, I do. I
say no.
stand on principle.
Oh my.
Wow, say that to Sha'Carri Richardson.
I was just gonna
Fuck,
say.
Can we take everything
Wow, we know
out?
where
Can
you
we take
stand on
everything out?
the wrong side of history,
We need to
Katie.
take everything out. I was just joking about a horse getting high and that being inappropriate, but I'm wrong.
Hey, Haley, can we start the podcast over?
Fuck, Haley.
Actually, I think we'd like to keep a rolling record of Katie's stance on weed.
No.
Okay, so it's Mystic Dan, and then... Do you remember the other horses' names?
Sierra Leone.
And
Sierra Leone.
Forever Young.
There was, I think, Forever Young, and also there was one named Fierceness.
Okay, that's mine.
Okay.
And then there was another one named Just Steel, which,
Like, just Steal.
No.
Like Steel.
oh, maybe. In my mind, I read it as Just Steel, Steel, and it sounded to me like an amazing dildo company from like a porn star.
That's so fun.
What would you name your horse, guys? I know mine.
I know.
I know mine. Well, since I'm playing Zelda Breath of the Wild, you get to train a wild horse, and I named her without hesitation Mia Hamm.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, that makes sense.
Katie?
Pretty boy always finishes first.
Oh, fun.
I like that one.
That's the full name. Growing up, I remember like the horses with the longest names were always my favorite. And I think we need to bring it back like a two name. Often they're two names because it's like it goes with like where did the sperm come from? Where is the thoroughbred? Like it's a mix of like lineage. But I want to find a way that I have a thoroughbred horse good enough to be in the Kentucky Derby named Pretty Boy Always Finishes
100%.
First.
I love that name.
Okay, ER?
Mine would be Megan.
Thank you. Thank you. Pretty Boy.
How would you spell it? Which way?
Megan.
The right way.
It would be a stallion called Megan.
I love that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And you spelled, I feel like that's the correct way to spell Megan.
I'm not fucking doing this Megan shit with my horse.
No.
No.
We're not doing
extra,
that.
We're not
that
doing
extra
that.
little E in there slows the horse down.
Or if you throw an H in there.
No. TN, that was never on the table.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, people do it.
I think all horses are gay, and I've never met a gay Megan.
Huh.
When you say gay, are you like...
Okay, I kind of really like stopped the entire pod.
No, well, I was
with that
thinking
one.
about what kind of gay. Like, are you talking about like equinox gay? Are you talking about dyke gay? Are
Like
you
a
talking about...
dykey Megan.
I guess there could be a dykey Megan.
Yeah,
I mean,
like-
there's like I would say the horse industry as a whole, especially on the trainer level, those who care for the horses, full of dykes. There could be one named Megan, and then I think boy horses, just the kind of the way that they dance and prance, a little gay. A little gay.
All horses. I
All
agree with you.
Horses are gay. I'm from the horse
gay.
capital of the world, and yeah, I'm allergic, but I know the truth. They're gay. All right, that's our WNBA preseason.
Did y'all watch the WNBA preseason games at all?
I watched some clips.
because it is, as we know, impossible to watch.
I know.
The Sky game. Is that Sky Seattle Storm? Oh no, that was Sparks Storm. Who did the Sky? Minnesota. Yeah,
Sky
Lynx.
Lynx.
Wasn't
yeah,
available anywhere. People were streaming it on TikTok, or their Instagram. People who were just there and had over 1 million views.
It was the first time you were really going to get to see Reese and Cardosa together, and like, from all the clips that I saw, it was exciting. Like I got
it was exciting.
I got chills watching them, and I'm like, why wouldn't you invest in this? You know what I mean? It's just
they really dropped the ball.
When you think about a lot of these like sports channels or a lot of channels, these channels have to have 24 hours of programming, right? Like ESPN does like 24 hours of
Insane.
You think it would be helpful to throw the WNBA on there?
I mean, I think it's one of those things about sports where like these like WNBA and NWSL sometimes are like so reactive instead of being proactive, and they really drop the ball on not having like, I mean, they probably should have predicted that from the draft alone having millions of viewers.
Yeah.
That these preseason games were going to be so exciting. But I loved that one. I saw the story too about the stream having like millions of views. Could you imagine just watching a basketball game with your phone up, just being like, here it is.
And you're like, I'm
Oh my god!
Someone
yes,
did that.
had
Someone
to
was
do
like,
it.
and I'm going vertical.
God damn.
And thank you
to that soldier.
We need to name something after that soldier. We need to get to know them.
We do. Maybe we have to reach out to them and get them on the pod. Caitlin Clark also played first time Indiana Fever. Who did they play against?
The Fever played
Dallas Wings. It was an amazing game. And Dallas, I think, sold out that arena for the game. And it was like an amazing, like, back and forth. Caitlin Clark had like 20-some points, step back threes, as easy as she had them in college, which was really cool to see. And it came down to like the last shot. It was just, it made me really verklempt to see all of our college faves in professional jerseys.
It's really beautiful. The nice thing about Caitlin is that Caitlin was obviously, one of the best, if not the best college player of all time. And now she's surrounded by a team of professionals.
Yeah.
Which is like no heat on the rest of her Iowa teammates, but like, she was playing with other college kids. Now she's playing with professional ballers. Like, it's kind of sky's the limit.
It's so
There was
exciting.
so much talk before,
It's
and I
exciting.
know, like, we're in preseason, but so much talk about, like, okay, well, we'll see how Caitlin can hang. No, Caitlin's needed this. A player that good needs to be surrounded
Yeah.
by absolute fucking pros. And again, that Iowa team was phenomenal. We saw that on draft night, but she needs to be with Aaliyah Boston. That's not going to squash her. That's going to take her game to the next level. And that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, 100%.
It was awesome.
Yeah, I would agree. It was really. I think that'll happen with all of like.
Cameron Brink was amazing.
Looked really, really strong.
Ooh, that block.
I know.
The most disrespectful block I've ever seen.
It was tough.
I know. It was right after the block. Another teammate came over and just like grabbed her by the waist in celebration. I was like, I love women's sports.
God damn. I cannot wait to go watch these games.
Oh,
We gotta go.
yeah.
Jocular's gotta go to the Sparks game.
100%. And honestly, like, Vegas ain't too far away. I don't like it there, but it's not too far away.
It's not too.
It's gonna take a lot of convincing to get me there, but if there's
If it was, I don't know. I think I would drive out there to see Fever Aces.
I would see Fever. I would see Liberty Aces.
I would see Fever Aces, Liberty Aces. If I could just kind of like drive there almost like with horse blinders on.
No, I know, I feel the same
And then
way.
take them off when I get to the stadium. Then I think I could do it.
God does not want Vegas to exist.
No. And it
No,
shouldn't.
maybe we could get one of our producers to drive us, and we're kind of in a blacked out car and we don't see anything. And we're just kind of in the back, and we get to like play card games and hang out and talk.
I think Harry would do that for us.
Yeah, I think he's going. He's thumbs up.
Harry
right
would
now.
definitely do that.
Yeah, he's giving us 2 thumbs
Yeah,
up.
he's doing
He's
a
giving us
thumbs
2
up.
thumbs up.
2 big thumbs up.
Thanks, Harry.
That's awesome, Harry. Thank you. We'll be in touch. But the notable absent at the Sparks Storm game was Nika Mule. could not travel due to being on a student visa, which just reminds you nothing is fucking easy.
It's
so
so
fucking
stupid. I'd be
stupid.
if I was her, I'd be so freaked out.
I would be freaked out too because Nika's not up against nobody. There's like
No.
2 people fighting for that spot right now. You know what I mean? But Nneka Ogwumike is up there now.
Amazing.
In Seattle, and I'm excited. I'm sad to not
Lose
have
her.
Yeah, I'm sad to not have her in LA, but I think Nneka's so talented and so smart and such a team leader that it's exciting. And like the absence of the Sue Bird and really kind of just like rebuilding that team, having such easy, effortless leadership like Nneka is really awesome.
They're gonna be good.
Very
they're gonna be
good.
great.
They're gonna
This
be really
entire
good.
season is like just giving me chills. I'm sad to see the cuts that are going to be coming down the line. Oh my god, the retirement of Candace Parker.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
Oh,
What a storied career.
Truly, have you seen people leaving like in memoriam by her jersey in the locker room?
I think
Yes.
I think Sid Colson did that.
They like
I think
set
Sid
up
was
a
the one
like
that said that.
shrine
Yeah.
in memoriam
Yeah.
style.
You know
Yeah,
the
they
Aces
do.
have fun. The Aces are doing some
And
goofball shit.
it works. They're winning championships.
Speaking of fucking MILFs,
I know.
I mean,
We're gonna.
let's throw fucking Candace into the
Yes.
mix here.
Yeah.
I think we should say, whenever we mention a player right now for this episode, whenever we mention a player that has a child, I think we have to say, hats off to
Yeah.
this MILF.
Love it.
Hats off to this MILF.
Hats off to the MILF.
Hats off to this
Well,
MILF.
actually, with Candace, we should take a quick break so that we can come back to our mommy issue.
Mommy is
Bounce, bounce, pass. Pass, kick, pass. Jocular. We're about to get jocular.
And we're back with moms.
Back.
Back.
Woo! We're going to talk about all the different leagues and what sort of resources and childcare for mothers they provide or what they don't provide, or some amazing athlete MILFs that have changed the game and made sure that other moms got the resources that they needed. Just to give you a little bit of a background, y'all, I'm sure you've heard, but in the U.S., we are one of the worst countries when it comes to working moms. We've got some fun stats here that were pulled by our producers. You guys want to?
Very fun.
And it just
Fun.
makes me so sad.
You know, this fun stat, 1 in 4 working moms in the U.S. return to work within 10 days.
10 days.
You know, this fun stat, the U.S. is one of only 6 countries in the world that doesn't have a federal paid leave program.
And you know, this fun stat in sports historically, I mean, pregnancy has been treated and it has been seen and adopted as like a career-ending injury. An injury. I mean, granted, your vagina may be injured. After, you can still go back.
Katie, you just wanted to say vagina on the pod today. That's so obvious. Vagina.
Vagina. Their vagina. Professional athletes need around 6 months away from competition. And most doctors say you shouldn't even play sports after the first trimester.
I don't know how
Insane.
the stomachs work. I will tell you this. I touched a pregnant woman's belly and it was so much softer than I thought. Like, I'm such a moron that I thought it was like gonna be like hard. And when I touched it and it was soft, I was like, we have to put her in a cube. And we have to protect her at all costs. So I don't know enough about trimesters, but that's the only one where I'm like, yeah, they should be playing in cubes.
Yeah. Wrap that athlete in a bubble and then just scoop him
I
out,
don't
scoop
care
him
how.
out on the court.
Like, I want you to come back right away if you want to, like seriously. But
Yes.
once that baby in there being all soft and shit, put him in a tube. Put the player in some kind of grate.
I think this is a good time to share that none of us
None of us are MILFs.
None of us are MILFs.
No.
None of us are DILFs.
None of us are DILFs.
How does the WNBA fare policy-wise?
Yes, let's hear it.
They get fully paid maternity leave.
Okay.
They have accommodations for nursing and pumping.
Love.
$5,000 annual stipend for childcare, which is better than zero, but I think could be higher.
Close to zero.
Yeah. Requirement
That's like a
that
month of
league
diapers. I don't know how much are diapers.
They're expensive.
Okay.
They're expensive. A requirement that league-sponsored housing include a second bedroom for any player with a child. I do like that.
I do too.
It is really important because when I talked to you about soccer, they had to, like, Alex Morgan had her child and, like, her child with her and a roommate.
Wow.
So
Oh my God.
could you imagine?
I hate to say this, but that poor roommate.
I know, that's what I was thinking.
God damn.
And you don't want to be that roommate that's like, I'm so sorry, but can you get your baby to shut the fuck up?
Now, this isn't.
You can't do that.
you
This is an
can't.
interesting one. For anyone with at least 8 seasons in the league, $20,000 can be allocated annually, and up to $60,000 total for surrogacy, adoption, fertility treatment, or egg freezing.
I think that's
It's
so
cool
interesting.
that they're thinking about that.
I
I do
love
too.
that.
I mean, after 8 seasons in the league, that the only thing that's
That's the
getting
problem
it because
for
you're
me,
coming
though.
in at what, 22?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
right.
I think it's a great idea. Just
Yeah,
like
I wish I would.
a little off.
Shorten the
Yeah.
length of time.
Especially because sports careers aren't that long, so like maybe that would be okay with like if you were working for Red Bull, but
Yeah.
like you know what I mean. But it's different when you're an athlete. Like I could see the argument being 4 years.
Well, I mean, 4 years is great, but also like with how few roster spots there are, there's that part of it too.
It
like
almost,
you could play for 2-3 years and then get dropped off a roster.
yeah. Yeah, it almost
Yeah,
seems
that's
like
true.
they made it so they would never actually have to do it.
Yeah.
You guys, do you guys remember when Derica Hamby got pregnant?
Yes.
Yes.
When Derica Hamby
Uh-huh.
she was traded from Las Vegas to the Los Angeles Sparks while pregnant with her second child.
Yep.
Had an awful time. Said she was, quote, lied to, bullied, manipulated, and discriminated against by Aces personnel about her pregnancy. And then head coach Becky Hammon was suspended for 2 games by the WNBA for violating the respect in the workplace policies, which she, of course, denied.
She definitely did.
There's something about her, which, by the way, if you're listening, Becky, we'd love to have you on the pod. That just doesn't sit right with me. But we'd love to have you on the
I
pod.
completely agree that I completely agree, Becky, the invite's out there, but I agree she doesn't there's something about her that feels not for the love of
she's-
everyone, for the love of the team.
She's
There's
that
something.
teacher you have in school that is truly cruel to you, but turns out secretly is good friends with your mom. And you're like, why are you friends? Like, I can't tell you about how mean she is to me. Anyway, maybe that's a very personal experience that I had, but
Oh my God.
that's the vibe I get.
Tien,
Yes.
can you tell us how
Yeah.
the NWSL holds up?
Yes. So the NWSL had also recently had a CBA, and they have 8 weeks of paid parental leave for mothers. And on the more and one of the things that pushed for it was because there was a former Lyon player. Her name is, well, how would you pronounce this name? Sarah Bjork Gunnerdutzer? Gunnersdutzer.
Wait. Oh, Sarah Bjork Gunnar daughters.
Gunner's
Gunner's
daughter.
She's the daughter of Gunner.
because it's daughter of Gunner.
Hey.
And you know why I know that? From
Why?
living with ER and their obsession with CrossFit.
I watch a lot of CrossFit documentaries.
Yep.
And the Icelandic women are notoriously the strongest. And so it's like Sara Sigmundsdóttir, and like they're all daughters, and they just call them the daughters.
Okay. That's a
Mhm.
cool last name. But
Yeah.
what's less cool is that when she played for Lyon, she was on She had a baby, was on maternity leave, and they withheld her salary from her.
Ooh.
Completely. And so she sued them and won the
God.
lawsuit and got her entire salary and some new, like, it kind of inspired several different leagues and the NWSL to kind of like put it into their CBA. So on the NWSL level, like I said, they have 8 weeks of paid parental leave. And one of the things that Alex Morgan was like, teams can, at the very least, like the bare minimum, they need to provide like childcare services, an extra room for the caregiver and the child and the parent, like all of these things that should make sense, but these teams aren't doing it, but they're starting to now at the NWSL. And the U.S. women's national team, after their big CBA, was able to get 6 months of parental leave protections for both the men's and the women's team, which is so great.
Good.
Because I feel like, you know, part of the conversation is too that like paternity leave is so short. So then it just immediately puts all of the like childcare responsibilities on mothers, on parents. It's very like gender.
We should be encouraging men to want to be home with their babies.
Yeah.
Yes.
Exactly. So very, very cool of the U.S. Women's National, or the U.S. national team to have 6 months parental leave.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Katie, I think you sent this to the group.
Yeah.
What's up with Allison Felix's childcare initiative?
Oh, yes, I did. So, Allison Felix, who you all may know as one of the greatest track athletes, best runner to ever live. When she was in the Olympics and when she was gearing up for it, she had her child and she would bring it to meets and there was no one there to help her watch her child. So she would literally be running around a track watching people pass her baby to various people to be like, okay, well, I can hold them right now. And then can you hold them? And there's such a huge hole, as there is in every industry that we discussed. And Allison Felix really wanted to take her name and do something about this. So she partnered with Athleta and formed a nonprofit, and Mother, and it provides free childcare to athletes. Also providing $10,000 of child care grants to athletes who are mothers.
That's freaking awesome.
That's amazing.
Again, not
I
even
know.
enough, 10,000?
But better than
Nothing.
But fucking amazing. Better than the W. But what a world that we live in that you have to apply for a grant.
Yeah, that's true.
You have to apply. You have to hire a grant writer to be like, can you help me with this? And this program is phenomenal. And that's the option she has, and she's giving it to everyone. It's so beautiful, and she's such a phenomenal athlete and role model.
Well, I mean, tip your hat to that, MILF, because it's time for us to take a break. And when we come back,
My lady.
we are going to play Kiss, Whisper, Scream, MILF edition.
Woo!
Bounce, bounce, pass. Pass, kick, pass. Jocular. We're about to get jocular.
And we are back with our mommy issue. You guys, it's time to play Kiss, Whisper, Scream.
Which is a game I feel like the three of us grew up playing. But could you please explain it to everyone, ER?
Yeah, so this is a game that is really near and dear to me. I feel like I've been playing it my whole life, but we've only played it twice. And this is a game where we give you 3 options, and you have to pick which one of these people you'd like to share a little kiss with. Which one you would like to have a little whisper, get a little whisper from, and which one you would like to have scream in your fucking face. Kiss, whisper, scream. Okay?
Beautiful game.
Tian,
Yes.
do you have a round of 3 for us?
Yes, I do. And now we're doing Moms Editions, and my first TV moms were really formative for me. I loved watching amazing, strong TV moms that I obviously had crushes on. So here are my first Kiss, Whisper, Screams. Betty DeVille, the lesbian coded mom from Rugrats, the mom of Phil and Lil.
Wow.
Carol from the movie Carol.
Yes.
Or Miss Honey from Matilda. Now,
Oh my
Miss
God,
Honey.
Tian, these are good.
Now, Miss Honey wasn't a mom at the beginning, but then later adopted Matilda, and she had maternal energy throughout. So
You guys, I'm sorry, but like we all believe here that you don't have to give birth to
exactly.
to be the mother. It's about who's taking on responsibility.
Yes.
That's beautiful. Thank you, Tian. That's beautiful.
So, Betty DeVille, Miss Honey, Carol, Kiss, Whisper, Scream.
This is so easy for me. I want to share a soft kiss with Miss Honey.
A hard agree.
I want Carol to whisper to me. And I want Betty to scream in my fucking face.
Okay.
I would flip Betty and Carol for me. It would be Miss Honey, little kiss. Betty, I would want her to whisper to me because I feel like she's so loud on the show. That's something different. She's showing me a side of her that she's never shown anyone else.
You want her that close to your face?
Yeah, I do. And
Okay.
I want to be able to snap her headband on her head.
Oh,
And Carol,
Yeah. Chill, bro.
and I want Carol to scream at me.
okay.
I think if Carol screamed at me, I would end it all. I need her love so bad. Katie?
It just made my body just like, ugh. Okay. I would get a kiss from Carol.
Oh.
I want Miss Honey to scream at me.
Oh, kinky.
Kinky.
I want her. I want
Oh,
to push
good,
her
abusive.
so far to the edge that she has to just fucking yell in my face. Yeah. And
I
kind
like
of
that.
do the
Yeah, like she's like, I'm not gonna read fucking Moby Dick for you.
Yeah. And then I kind of want to do kind of the opposite effect to Betty.
Okay,
Just
cool.
have her whisper. Yeah.
Ah,
Okay, I have one for you guys.
Yeah, sorry.
beautiful.
For representation purposes,
Okay.
I did one that is MILFs with DILF
Okay.
energy. It's gonna be Stewie from the Liberty,
Okay, incredible.
Candace Parker, and newly MILF DILFed
Oh.
Stewie, Candace, and BG.
Wow. MILF Dilf.
Mm-hmm.
Stewie, Candace. Wow. MILF Dilf.
I want Stewie to scream at me because I just feel like that is very a natural situation that could possibly just happen. About anything like me, like, why'd you go down that fucking hallway? Like, I just feel like that could happen for me. And then I want...
I've partied with Stewie. I think it'd be kind of hard to get Stewie to scream, and so I could see that being a good like challenge.
Thank you. And that's what I want. Then I want
Oh, that's good.
Candace to whisper. And
That's
I'm going to get a
really
little kiss
good.
from BJ.
I honestly think I have the same I was trying to decide
Thank
between
you.
Candace and BG for Kiss and
you.
Whisper, but I want Stewie to scream at me for sure.
Yeah.
I think that's what I want Stewie to scream at me, and I think I want a kiss from Candace, and I want a little whisper from BG.
Stewie has a little bit of like Larry Bird energy.
Oh, really?
Really?
Like a serious like still swagger. So I think that I'd want the whisper from Stewie because I think I'd feel like it would feel so nice, like and natural to get that whisper. I think I'd want to be yelled at by Candace because Candace feels like the best coach you'll ever have.
Oh yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
And then I think I'd want, and I said this in a brotherly way, I think I'd want BG to lift me up like a little baby and like be like, it's okay, and kiss me on the forehead.
That absolutely checks out.
Katie, you got one for us?
Okay, so U.S. Senator Elizabeth Warren,
Oh my god.
former Associate Justice of the Supreme Court of the United States, Ruth Bader Ginsburg,
Wow.
Jesus, Kate.
Jesus, Katie.
And lastly, former United States Secretary of State Madeleine Albright.
This is the pick of a patent lawyer.
This is some patent lawyer
This is some
energy.
patent lawyer shit.
Hey.
Damn, dude. I think I'd
That's
want.
really hard.
It is. I think
really
I'd
hard.
want. I think I'd want a little kiss from Ruth.
Yeah.
I think so.
I think I'd want a
That'd be
little
the
kiss from
option.
Ruth.
I think so.
I think I'd want Madeleine Albright to yell at me, and I think I'd want President Warren to say, "Hey,
Oh,
you're doing a good job."
that would make me weep. That would make me weep.
Yeah.
Could have been, should have been President Warren to whisper "good job" to me. So that's my fix.
I know. I like
Honestly,
that.
mine are the exact same.
Okay, thank you. I feel affirmed.
I think I'd want a little kiss from Elizabeth Warren.
Oh my God, Tian, you said that kind of. No,
Just
you
a
said you meant it on
just
the
a little-
mouth.
A little kiss on the mouth from Elizabeth Warren. And a little whisper from Secretary of State Madeleine Albright because she's got secrets.
Yeah, certainly.
Yeah.
She's got
Yeah.
a ton of secrets. And I'd love for Ruth Bader Ginsburg to scream.
Yeah.
It would be fun.
It would be fun.
You know how they used to do all those, like, they'd show those videos of her, like, working out in the
Yes.
gym?
Yes.
Oh.
That's when I wanted to scream at me. I'd be training with Ruth. Ruth and I'd be
Uh-huh.
training in the gym. And she'd be absolutely screaming
Yeah.
at me.
It's so heavy. It's so heavy thinking about that little queen not being with us anymore.
I know.
I know.
You guys, thank you so much for playing Kiss, Whisper, Scream with me. I know it's my
Woohoo!
favorite game.
I know
Yeah.
we love playing Kiss, Whisper, Scream.
I would play it at home with your friends.
Thanks so much for listening. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok. TikTok?
Oh boy.
Jesus, Tian.
Oh
We
my
told you it's
God.
TikTok.
I got mints on the brain. And TikTok at Jocular.
We love hearing from you, you jockstraps. Please, please, for the love of God, email us, jocularpod@hyperobjectindustries.com. And like us, love us, want to have us, and please, write us a review.
Only if it's positive. You know the rules.
Yeah. And also
Happy Mother's Day. We love you, MILFs.
Happy Mother's Day.
We love you, MILFs.
We love you, MILFs.
Jocular is a production of Hyperobject Industries with Meadowlark Media and was produced by Zaylee Mahone and Haley Fager. Original music and theme are by Nick Gage and ER Fightmaster. And our executive producers are Harry Nelson, Claire Slaughter, Dan Lebitard, and Adam McKay.